And hello and welcome to Mobile Monday on Other Half Gaming. My name's Kirsty, as you well know. So we are now presenting to you a game called 2048, which I actually rather quite like. I thought I'd do a bit of a puzzle game again this week because we've obviously been looking at more kind of strategy games the last couple of weeks. So this is a puzzle game called 2048. Basically the idea is you flick all these tiles together, as you can see on the screen. So 2s and 2s swap together, 4s and 4s go together, and you essentially try and create a 2048 tile, and it gets obviously more and more difficult as the numbers get higher. Okay, so this is looking at the 2048 original version of the app. Totally free, done by Androbros on the Google Play Store. Also on the iPhone store. I know that for definite because my friend has an iPhone and she was the one who originally showed me this game like 6 or 7 months ago. It's really addictive. Just to make you aware. So this is obviously sped up ridiculously quickly. I've had to speed this up to like 600% because obviously this game takes a really long time. I'm literally playing this game for about 7 or 8 minutes. And as much as I love this app, there isn't a lot of stuff to say about it. But as you can see up at the top, there is a back button and a redo button. So you can, if you do make like one slight mistake with your tile, you can use those to fix it. So that's worth having a nose at. So it's not completely all doom and gloom when you do. I personally really like this game. I think it's really easy to play. It's, as you can see, it's a really nice size for playing on the app, on the mobile. And you're literally just sitting there flicking stuff. And the perk is with this one, it's not timed, so you don't need to worry about how quick you're doing it. It's also one of those things you can stop and come back to. So it will save your progress if you come out of the app and go back into it, and you can continue with the game you were just playing. So say if you were waiting on a bus stop and you're just playing it a little bit before you got on the bus, you could then carry on playing it next time you're waiting at a bus stop and you wouldn't lose where you were, which I think is pretty cool. So I just really like watching it actually on how the speed that it's currently on 600%. It's actually quite relaxing. Didn't realise how quite relaxing it was going to be. I certainly wouldn't recommend this as a game you sit and play on the sofa, because I was sat trying to record this and I was just about to go. I was going out to a friend's house. And the trouble is I was like, I completely lost track of time, so I was about 5 minutes late leaving. So I highly don't recommend this game is if you were actually having to kill some time before going to a friend's house. But if you're waiting for something like a bus where you knew the bus was going to be there, or you killing a time on a specific journey, you don't really have to keep track of time at that point, then it's really good. Highly recommended. But as you can see, I've just messed up here. What I've done is put a 2 in the corner. So basically my best strategy for playing this game is trying to make the highest number in the bottom left hand corner. It can be the bottom right if you want it as well, but I find the bottom left is better for me, because the perk is then all your numbers, your large numbers, tend to congregate in the one place. I have definitely been, that was my friend who gave me that strategy, and my score has definitely been massively increasing since I've been using that as a strategy. Alright, so this is the 2048 Ultimate app. So essentially the only major difference between the two apps is 2048 basic, you can't do anything. You've got to only have 4x4 grid size. When you go up to 2048 Ultimate app, you can then change your grid size. So I've changed this right up to the 8x8, which as you can see is huge. It's quite cool. It makes the game a lot easier because you're not going to get stuck quite as quickly. The trouble is, I've been playing this particular game now that you're watching for about half an hour to 45 minutes. You won't see me finish on this game because I haven't actually finished it yet. Because it's taking a really, really, really long time. Again, now I'm trying to go with the same strategy. I'm trying to build up the bigger number in the bottom left. As you can see, I've already messed this up, but I have actually got a 2048 tile hidden in there, which is quite impressive. So I'm doing already better than I did in the last version of the game, because obviously it's easier to get access to those blocks because I've got more space around it. And bearing in mind, this is also me literally just flicking the tiles randomly. I'm not even really paying attention at this point. But again, the game looks awesome sped up this quickly. Just putting that out there. I'd quite happily have this as a background on my mobile screen, I think, because it just looks really cool. But the perk is, again, this is completely free, this app as well. It's obviously got the ads and stuff at the bottom, but unlike a lot of games, they don't actually become too imposing. The one thing you do tend to find is they tend to flick up full screen when you finish a game and before you start the next one, so that's completely fine. So that doesn't actually get in the way of your actual gameplay like a lot of the apps do on some people. And actually, honestly, you're concentrating so much on the actual screen, I don't pay any attention to the ads. They don't really get in my way, like at all. So again, like the last one, you've got the back button and your redo button, so that really does make the gameplay a little bit easier. There's not really a lot to say about this one, to be honest. I know this is quite a short one. I've got a bit of a cold this week, so I'm just trying not to do too much talking because otherwise I start coughing, so let's try not to do that. So personally, I've really enjoyed playing this game. I think it's been really, really good. I will keep this on my phone. I'll get rid of the 2048 basic app because there's not really a lot you can do with it. At least the 2048 Ultimate, you can like flick around with the grid size and make it more difficult or less difficult. And as you can see, actually I've boosted the tile up, 2048 tile up again to 4096, so that's huge. I think that means a win, which is pretty funky. And I'm still going, as you can see. So I'll keep you updated on whether or not I ever finish the game that I'm currently playing, because I don't know if that's actually going to happen. But, you know. So thank you very much for listening to this week's version of Mobile Monday. And obviously we've been playing 2048 and 2048 Ultimate. So I will be keeping 2048 Ultimate is the ultimate conclusion to this week. So I hope you all agreed with what I said, or if you didn't, comment below, or if you did, comment below. That's awesome. Don't forget to like the video because it's awesome to have your support, and don't forget to subscribe if you want to hear more from Mobile Mondays and any other games that we're currently playing. We are currently playing just Dishonored 2, which is obviously brand new. So Dan is currently playing that on his series, so don't forget to keep an eye out for that on the channel, and subscribe if you want to get updates. So thank you very much for listening again, and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. So guys, thank you and good night.